sure that is some sort of abuse. Well, that got dark as phasmophobia with no flashlight. That sure did. That sure did, friend. Like earlier, this is just a guess, but I think she's so small because of her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know. Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? I know, Ava! I think Monica is sus! I think she's sus! Don't worry, I'm not very good. Sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling, playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. I saw Monica and Vince. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Haha, it's okay. Yeah, that's kind of the style that has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. Epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Yuri stares at my poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh! So sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my words into thoughts. My thoughts into words. Words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, isn't it? Yeah? Why do you ask? Oh, just a hunch. You know, the poem really sucks. I just assumed it was your first time. I was just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it though. So it's bad. No. I mean, how God did I raise my voice? I'm so sorry. She buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes since we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical for new writers such as yourself. Newbies. You know, new writers. I have been through that myself. I kind of learned to pick up on them.
I think most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result of both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone. She sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something that you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but just getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. Might take you some time, you being new and all, but it all comes to the practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. That Natsuki girl, not really good at feedback. Can be really a bit biased.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. A silly Natsuki girl. Her and her cupcakes. Always so cupcakey. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself or to me or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts and process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, this is supposed to be a literature club, isn't it? Ghost under the light. Tendrils. Tendrils! She always mentions tendrils! You know it's a poem by her when you see cursive? Tendrils! My voice is starting to get sore. The deep voice, doing her voice, that hurts. That hurts my throat. Whew.
The tendrils of
my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing, it must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be placed by sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
I'm sorry I must have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you such a long time to read. I thought the Winnie the Pooh book I got you was about your level. Is it too above your level? The Winnie the Pooh book?
Oh, well, I just don't really read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief. You're just a slow reader.
Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad that you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild.
How's it going? It's going! We've killed a girl. Didn't mean to. I guess it'd be like that sometimes. And now everything is disturbing. This game is creepy. This game is actually scary. Can confirm. Actual scare.
Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Whoa! Y'all have so many cool tattoos. I want a tattoo. The tattoo I want is really expensive. That's why I haven't gotten it yet. Inkheart lost count of her tattoos. Oh my gosh, I bet. Someone with the name of Inkheart.
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all.
Really?
I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance at it But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort and able to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of it that way. It's impressive.
It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
Counting on you.
God, that voice is exhausting. It hurts. Unlike this one. Anyways, her voice is so fun to do though. I don't even mind the pain. It's just fun. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, she reads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Well, what's the point of sharing it in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. Ugh. In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poems. That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you wouldn't ruin that. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Ugh. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she likes my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Oh, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. It's way off her style, isn't it? Right, it is. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Oh, wait. That wasn't me saying that, it was her saying that. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up a rhyme at the end, but then made it all fall flat on purpose. It needs to bring out the feeling on the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but Natsuki is feeling proud when then I won't take that away from her. She's very smug. Whew, I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. All 3 people. And that was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone's judging me for my mediocre writing. Ah, the distorted music is so wild. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with the language? Huh?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy.
Oh, thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute. Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? That's clearly about feeling of giving up. Anyways, I did want to get to the end of this day before calling it quits. I am getting quite sleepy. If you can't tell, this is my sleepy energy. Anyways, back to this. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just mean the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Huh? You mean you don't have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Okay. Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
Oh. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually really liked it. Exactly, one guy. Yuri started it for sure. Well, you're still in college. Don't get me started. See, I try to remember everyone. I really do. You stop in a few times, I'll remember you. I will for sure remember. I'll get it down. Yuri on ice? More like Yuri's on thin ice.